And we're back. We didn't go anywhere. Or I didn't go anywhere. Actually, I went to a lot of places today. But that has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. I've been thinking all day about what I want to talk about today. And let me summarize the whole purpose of these videos. It's I say it probably, I've only done 3 now, obviously, but I think my point with all of this is I just wanted to record something that, I could pass along. People could share stuff if they want to. Maybe give me topics to discuss or whatever. That might be kind of fun. I always seem to have something to say, but I was just driving around today and thinking about what am I going to talk about tonight. And I think, initially I wanted to talk about entertainment and its effect on, I guess, American culture specifically. Which my point, maybe I will talk about this for a few minutes. There is no culture. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of culture. We're like just this mixing pot, which is nice. I mean, that's what's nice about this country in a sense. But I think it'd be great to live in Europe. And I have friends that do live in Europe. The one I talk to the most would be Goad. He's lived in Ireland and Scotland and London and Budapest, I think, and 1 or 2 other places over in Europe, Eastern, Western, UK. And it's just, the thing that's nice about it is if you live in, I don't know, let's say like northern Spain, like you can visit France or Portugal or all these different, culturally different places by hopping on a train or a plane or driving or it's just amazing to me. Like, sure, I can drive to West Virginia and go get some OxyContin, or I can, travel a little further south and maybe pick up some nooses and burning crosses or something. But, like, New England's got a little bit more, I think. I think you got to give credit to, like, cities like Boston, obviously, Cape Cod, Plymouth. Plymouth is wonderful. But still, it's all kind of the same. Like, from New Hampshire to Vermont to Maine, I think of maple syrup in autumn. You know what I mean? Like, but that's not culture. It's season. I guess it is culture. I guess maple syrup. If we, I should check my time. Okay, 3 minutes. These videos are probably going to go about 20 minutes, I think. 20 to 30. I'm sure some of them I'm going to go on for a while. Tonight may be one of those nights. And I'm just giving you a heads up now. I've done some really piss-poor editing lately. Okay, it's still recording. I've been so excited to get these done and put them out there. And, I mean, the only person I've still only shared it with is Corey. And I haven't even looked to see if anybody's viewed the videos, to be honest. I think you'd get an email or something. But, yeah, so entertainment as a cultural effect on America. I almost feel like most forms of immediate entertainment, like, if you go back to the 50s, radio, or 40s, radio dramatizations, but people huddled around radios, and that's awesome. That's pretty cool. And then TV was the next evolutionary step, and black and white, and sound, and color, and, and I look at things today versus when I was, growing up. And a lot's changed. And it's weird to say that because it's so easy to be a 10-year-old watching Back to the Future and Marty goes back to, this is sinful that I don't know this. It's 1955, I think. I don't know. Well, he goes back to the past first before he comes back to the future. And I look at that, and that's my impression of the 50s. Like, I've seen other movies that were filmed in the 50s, and it seems relatively accurate. Maybe, dramatized a little more, or amped up, or what's the word I'm looking for? Write it in the comments, so unless I think of it, it's a race. It's not a race because this isn't live. That'd be fun. Ooh. I mean, I guess it's always unscripted. Like, I just kind of think about what I want to talk about. Grayson sucked on Minecraft. It's awesome. Nerd. But yeah, so that's my point though, is you know, I don't know when it happened, but it seems like television, radio, everything, especially now, internet and phones, and like, no matter where you turn, like, you're just, it's always in your face. Like, it's unavoidable. Like, I mean, look at Google Glass, or, I mean, not even that yet, because that's that's going to catch on, I'm sure, eventually, but phones, like, it's unbelievable. Like, I couldn't imagine not having a phone on me now. We don't even have a home phone. Like, I'm sure most people do that now, but it's so weird. Like, if you'd shown me this, like, and even this isn't new by today's standards, this is like 2 years old, but if you'd shown me this, like when I was 10, or even right up to when I got my first cell phone, that'd be a fun story. It would have blown my mind. And it's such a distraction. And that's the point I'm trying to get to. Like, there's entertainment for cultural value and learning and entertainment, for fun. But it's also, and this is my crazy talking again, but it's also kind of scary because I have this certain belief, and I've mentioned it, I think, in the last video, that I think corporations and banks basically run the country now. I don't think, and maybe I am crazy. And if I'm crazy, that's that. And hey, I'm happy with being crazy. But I think about that, and I think about how we don't see it. And we're so distracted and, like, by everything. I mean, I know, like, 1984 summed that up better than I ever could, but, like, we're almost living in that state now where, like, we're just supposed to obey and support our corporate masters and bow down to capitalism and just always want the new thing. And I am a victim of that. But I think, at least because I feel like I'm aware of it, I feel like I've got a leg up and I can handle it better. But I just wonder how intentional that is. Is it just odds of that happening, or is that something, that's been planned? I don't know. I really don't know. I really hope that I'm wrong and I am just crazy. I hope that, like, all the conspiracies that I choose to believe in, and there's not a lot of them. There really isn't. I mean, JFK, okay, I don't think there was one shooter. I don't, that just they did a terrible cover-up. I mean, it's just dumb. I don't know. Maybe it's not dumb. Maybe I'm crazy, like I said. But nonetheless, like, I believe that. I believe we landed on the moon. I mean, that's just stupid to fake. I could see why you would have theories of stuff believing in that, but I get off course a lot. Let me go back and just say how easily we allow ourselves to be distracted. I mean, am I a part of that right now? Like, the idea of, like, all right, let's say, yeah, you can just wait while I have a sip of my drink. Pretty good. Again. Okay, what was my point? Like, am I a part of that? Like, Carol and I would watch the Shaytards, that family. I think they're Mormon. I don't know where they live right now. They were in California, and then they moved Utah? I can't remember, but I liked when they were in California. I don't know. That's what made me really want to move to California. Just seeing what they see, and like, I see what I see here, and I just want to rip my eyes out some days. At least I don't know. I just need a change of scenery, I think, sometimes. But, like, I got really into watching them, and, like, they've been doing that, like, 3, 4, 5 years or something now, and we watched it for about 9 months or so, and occasionally we'll still watch one. They're good people, they're good folk, and it's a cool video, but, like, I think about all the things that you could be doing right now, like, other than watching this. I mean, all three of you, because we lost a viewer last night. He was like 73. He got in a car accident. I don't know. It'd be so much easier if I had somebody sitting here, because then when I'm taking drinks, I could talk. But yeah. So I mean, you know, anything you do, like, there's great shows out there. Like, there's great movies out there. It's like, sure, I love sitting down and watching a movie. I love going to the movies. I just like that. But I think it's like too much of a good thing. You know what I mean? I think it's more. This probably has nothing to do with a conspiracy. It's all, in moderation, I guess. Do things in moderation. But sometimes it's so easy to get caught binging on shows and stuff where you just spend like every waking hour with your significant other or friends, like, watching this one show. And it's nice and fun to talk about it afterwards. Like, that's one of my favorite things, like Walking Dead or something like that. Like, it's fun. That's a fun thing to do, to go watch a show and then talk to people about it. But, like, sometimes it's so easy to be like, okay, I watched that tonight. It's like you could just keep going forever with it. My point is that I think entertainment has gone this way, and it could have gone that way. You know what I mean? At some point in history, I think that it became a tool to feed people what you want to sell them through commercials, obviously. And now that we're seeing the end of that, you're seeing more and more commercials pop up no matter what you try to do online now. Like, it's almost unavoidable. Like, it used to be easy back in the day to block stuff like that. Now it's just like, it's not even worth it. It's just ignore it. And they're sneakier and sneakier, like clicks. Like, I'll go to click on something, boom, there's a pop-up. And the minute I click, I'm all of a sudden watching a trailer for Transformers. And I'm like, I've already seen this, first of all. It was okay. It's never lived up to my expectations of the Transformers. But, like, I think I just want to make people aware of something that I believe. And if I'm wrong, or if you choose not to, do anything about it, that's cool. I mean, I'm still going to go watch, let's see, what do we got? Bob's Burgers from last night and American Dad. We saw, of course, The Walking Dead and Shameless. But there you go, It's like one show after another. And then as these shows end, we keep telling ourselves, okay, that's it. We'll drop that show, and eventually there'll be no shows to watch. And we'll do something else, like draw or paint or juggle or learn to ride a unicycle. I don't know. I think I find myself, as the years go on, wanting to do other things. I mean, it's nice having access to a decent, little theater system I've got set up. It's not great. It's no audiophile's dream or anything like that, but I'm happy with it. I feel like I can go and put any movie that I want to watch on, and it's going to look and sound up to my standard of watching it. However, where are my goddamn pencils? This is a 3H. That's good. Yeah, I think eventually, or I hope there comes a day where sitting in front of the couch and watching shows and movies is the way to relax at the end of the day. Like, I hope there comes a day where, like, drawing and just talking, I don't know. I guess I could make that happen whenever I wanted to, but alright. Let me end it with this. We got 14:18. That's not bad. Almost 15 minutes tonight. I'm actually going to record another one right after this. I may even just move things around, pretend it's another day. That way I can get a few backed up. Or I guess there's nothing that says you must do one a day. I could do 7 one day and take the rest of the week off. I could do that. No one's going to tell me I can't do it. Oh, they could tell me, but I don't have to listen. I thought back to a conversation I had with Nancy Foster at work. Those of you who don't know her, who are probably most of you from up north, she's somebody I worked with really genuinely nicest, sweetest person in the world. She's really cool, really into primitive skills. She came over and tried to show, well, tried to show the boys friction fire and stuff like that. And I had a lot of fun that night. I got a lot of smoke, but no coal, no ash, whatever you call it. But it definitely opened up my world to something else. This conversation, she had a pair of scissors and she threatened to cut my sleeve one day at work. And she's just weird like that sometimes. I was like, normally I wouldn't even care. This is my favorite shirt right now. Have you ever said that? This is my favorite shirt right now. This is my favorite pair of shoes right now. Like, it's the first time I'd ever said it. And she made a point of being like, your favorite shirt right now? She's like, I say that sometimes. And I was like, I don't think I've ever said that before. It's a funny thing. Because, like, right now, this is my favorite shirt right now. And it's borderline. I have a blue one that just like it's softer, it's nicer, it's older. I've had it a long time. But the buttons have gotten so loose, and the holes for the buttons have stretched out a little bit over the years. And so that takes it out of the running. I've had this horrible sinus infection like thing going on for like over a week now. I had to call in 2 days last week. It was so bad. And normally I'd be blowing my nose, but I'm not going to sit here and blow my nose on camera the whole time. So I just suck it up. It's classy. Stay classy. Lynchburg. But yeah, this is my favorite shirt at the moment. I like the blue one's really nice. But now the seasons are changing. I had to wear jeans today. I broke down. See, we're at 16:42 now. Yeah, it was freezing. It snowed like for the good part of the day. It only accumulated maybe 2 inches at most. But I had to go back to jeans, which is disappointing. I try not to do that every year. I don't know why. It's just the thing I do. I'm crazy. So this is my favorite shirt. I've got on my favorite jeans, but I'm not going to get up because I'm lazy right now. I'm going to draw some pictures. Slim Straight. If you'd told me 5 years ago I would be wearing Slim Straight. Now, these aren't skinny jeans by any means. These have got a little slack where it needs, well, not everywhere it needs it, but they're much more comfortable and fitted than the jeans I've worn for the last 7 or 8 years. Just baggier jeans, boot cut often. But I like the style now. I don't know why. I don't even know if it matters or why I would even say that. But yeah, so we'll call it at night on that one. And I'm probably going to go right back and record another one, so you might see 2 tonight. Though I do want to do some drawing. But, you should go make someone smile. You know? And then tell me about it. Tell me how you made somebody smile. And leave me some other ideas of things you'd like me to talk about. Now, I'll give you a little preview of one of the upcoming videos. So good, delicious. This is what almost changed my mind tonight. I was thinking about doing the whole entertainment thing, which obviously I ended up doing. And then I remembered I wanted to read a quote out of Sam Harris, Letters from Christian Nation. It's not a big book. I've read it about 4 or 5 times now, and I've gone through and kind of highlighted things that I wanted to eventually talk to someone about or question somebody about. Maybe we should have a special guest speaker from Liberty come in and I can talk to him about this. I don't know. But that's a little preview, and so I'm going to end this now. And like I said, go make somebody smile. Make yourself smile, too. Go paint some happy little trees or something. All right? Peace.